Chapter 28. Arjun reached home early the next morning and went straight to his room, only to find Diya still asleep, curled into herself on their bed. He went and sat down on the bed and removed a few strands of her hair that had fallen on her face, and looked at her beautiful, peaceful face for a long moment, knowing that soon this peace may elude her. The time to tell her the truth of her life and their relationship was coming close. If Mr. Kim's death is any indication, then they do not have a lot of time left before the demon knocks on their door with death and destruction in his wake. And the thought of putting his family, especially Diya, through it all over again pained him. He hated the thought of it, but he also knew that she had to know the truth so that she can protect herself better, and there's no way around it. Sighing, he bent down and pressed a kiss on her forehead. She moaned in her sleep and clutched onto his shirt, moving closer to him, as if she was trying to imprint herself onto him. He smiled at her with love and laid down beside her, holding her close for a while, before he got up from the bed to freshen up. He knew she would be up by the time he came out of the shower, and like he predicted, he found her sitting up on the bed, slightly disoriented from sleep, rubbing her eyes cutely. She heard someone's footsteps coming closer to the bed and looked up to find Arjun drying his head with a towel and watching her with amusement, and something close to love dancing in his eyes. Her eyes widened with shock, which wore off and was replaced with joy and excitement. She immediately got up from the bed, yelling, "Arjun!" and ran to hug him. He was a little shocked by her reaction, but instantly felt warm and fuzzy in his heart. He hugged her back tightly and said, "I thought you didn't miss me at all, wife. But your reaction says otherwise. Maybe I should go away more often just so that I can get hugs like this," he said playfully. Diya looked up at him, narrowing her eyes, and hit his chest, saying, "Mazak mat udao, Arjun, and don't even think of doing it. Main baat nahi karungi tumse," she said, and went back to hugging him tight and close. He laughed and kissed the top of her head, and they stayed like that for some time before Arjun said, "Fresh hokar aa jana, sab saath mein breakfast karenge." Diya nodded her head, wordlessly rubbing her forehead on his chest, making him smile down at her with fondness. Diya moved a little to look up at him and asked, "How was work?" "It was fine," he said, without meeting her eyes. She felt how his body tightened ever so slightly, and the fact that he didn't meet his eyes didn't go unnoticed by her. She stood on her tiptoes, took his hands and kissed him on his cheek, long and hard, as if telling him that she was with him no matter what. She knew that there were a lot of things that the family was hiding from her, and she realized that they were all doing it to protect her, and that even though she didn't know what it was, all she knew was that she trusted them with all her heart. Arjun sighed and hugged her close to his chest and said, "I'm sorry, wife. Soon I will answer all of your questions." Diya broke the hug and cupped his face in her hands and smiled up at him, saying, "I know, and I trust you with everything I have, Teeny." His eyes widened, hearing her call him that. He looked down at her, confused. She smiled, looking up at him before saying, "It is my nickname for you. Do you like it? Are you okay with me calling you that?" And smiled up at him, waiting for his response. He pulled her into a hug again and asked, "Of course I would love it if you called me that. But why that?" he asked. Diya just smiled up at him and said, "क्योंकि तुम हमेशा एक कॉलेज के प्रोफेसर के जैसे सीरियस और टफ बनने की कोशिश करते। इसीलिए टीवी कॉलेज के टीवी की जैसे," she said, and both of them burst out laughing. I see. It's okay. You can call me that if that is what you want," he said, hugging her tighter. Soon Diya also freshened up, and the both of them went down to have breakfast with the rest of the family. Later in the day, all the men assembled in Vikram's cabin, while the women kept Diya company. "What do you think happened in Japan, Arjun?" Vikram asked seriously. "We think it was an inside job, Dadu. He must have his men among Mr. Kim's ranks. Someone Mr. Kim trusted enough to let his guard down. Me and Guy decided to smoke the traitor or traitors out, but after Guy had the time to stabilize the ranks and deal with the growing unrest amongst them. I've also sent some of our strongest and trusted people to assist Guy." Vikram nodded his head, closed his eyes and leaned back onto his chair, deep in thought. He soon opened his eyes and said, "Abji, tumne wo sab batao jo tumne hame bataya tha." "Ji Bauji," Abhijit said, and turned to look at the rest of the men, who were watching him intently, waiting for him to speak. Abhijit relayed all the information he has found in his trip. He and Vikram gave the others some time to process the information, while the both of them were intently watching Arjun for his reaction. Arjun sat there deep in thought, his left hand resting on the table, fingers tapping away, remembering those days when he was held captive. He tried to remember all the minute details of those days, right from the attack to him being held hostage. The others looked at each other and then at Arjun, wondering what he was thinking about and waiting for him to say something. They didn't want to urge him, knowing full well as to how painful it was for him to relive all those memories all over again. After about 40 minutes, Vikram gently called Arjun, bringing him out of his reverie. Arjun shook his head and looked around, only to find all the others looking back at him with bated breaths. He took a deep breath and said, "It is true that I don't remember him trying to hurt me in any way after he brought me here. I don't remember anything about our journey here, though. The only thing I remember was that Charles never looked me in the eye. He always kept his head down and left the food he brought at the entrance of my cell and left wordlessly. I don't know what he was thinking or why he brought me here." "Did you see him kill your grandfather and your mother?" Vikram asked seriously. Not unkindly, but seriously nonetheless. Arjun looked at Vikram, staring into his eyes, and said, "No." And everyone except Vikram and Arjun gasped. On the other side, deep in the forests of Japan, one man who was lying on a stone slab in a cave surrounded by people opened his eyes. Well, that is all for this chapter, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will know more about this man in the upcoming chapters. I will see you all again next week with yet another chapter. But before that, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. And also do not forget to leave your feedback in the comment section below. That would mean the world to me. I will see you all again next week. Until then, stay safe, take care, bye-bye.